I really want Tyler Perry to succeed. I know I criticize this dude a lot, but back in the days like Spike and John Singleton and those guys, like I was always been super supportive of directors, especially black directors, right? And to see where Tyler is, the amount of content he puts out, he got that compound and over whatever in Atlanta. He employs a lot of people. Like, I should be like one of his biggest supporters, like, because that's where he is the next level of what I saw with Spike Lee and those guys. But I just can't condone the crap that he puts out. I can't do it. Like, I just can't. He's at this point, he's like a step above Tubi, those Tubi movies. But those movies are different because those people are either new directors or they're working off a limited budget and they're just trying to figure this thing out. A guy who's been around as he has, his writing should be really good. Or maybe he shouldn't put out as much content because he's focusing on making great stuff. However, as always, on my opinions, I'm on the outside looking in. So this says Tyler Perry's Divorce in Black drives more U.S. Prime Video subscriptions than any other Amazon MGM movie, studio says. If you follow me, you know how much I love Donald Glover's Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Well, that's on Amazon. And Mr. and Mrs. Smith I think is up for like 16 Emmys. So, poo-poo to those people who was telling me they didn't like it because it's up for 16 awards. It was actually a really good show. So Amazon, I'm sure from a PR side and marketing side, they love Donald Glover. It's like, man, this is fantastic. But Donald Glover versus Tyler Perry is more quality over quantity. So the next Amazon project from Donald Glover might be a little while. It might be the next Mr. and Mrs. Smith. It might be something else, but it's going to take a while. Tyler Perry's different. Tyler Perry is all about quantity. He doesn't care what the quality is. He's just all about quantity. And if you're Amazon and you look at the numbers, it's like, listen, we love Donald Glover. We love his artistry. He's a consummate artist. But Tyler Perry is driving subscriptions. And when you're Amazon, you're battling against Netflix, Peacock, Hulu, all these streaming platforms. And when you go to future investors, when you're going to your board of directors, when you're going to, maybe you need to get, Jeff Bezos owns this stuff. Maybe you're trying to get more funding from somebody. You got to say like, oh, well, this is our subscriptions in 2023 and this is our subscriptions in 2024. And part of this rise is because of Tyler Perry. And Tyler Perry will keep on making products for films for us, the TV shows for us, because he's driving subscribers. So streaming is one thing. Like, yeah, you want nice streaming numbers. But to be honest, in this race, you need subscribers. And Tyler Perry is giving everything that Amazon wants. But I can't blame Tyler for this. I blame his audience, his loyal, studious audience. Because they have followed him from the stage plays to the movies, to TBS when he had his first deal with TBS, to OWN, follow him over with Oprah to OWN. Then they followed him over to BT and BT Plus. And then they followed him over to Netflix and now Amazon. And listen, I give this dude kudos, man. There's not too many people who, because he has content on BT Plus, BT Plus, Amazon, Netflix. That's not too many people who can drive that type of conversation where it's like, hey, I got all this content and all these properties and people still watches my stuff. So I can't blame him for making crappy stuff because his audience wants crappy stuff. Yeah, I'm talking to you. I'm not in this. I might tune into Sisters once in a while. I might tune into something once in a while. But no. This ain't on me. This is on y'all. And you guys should want Tyler to make... I don't understand. Okay, so this is like... It's the Stan era of pop culture that we're in. Where no matter what someone... If you like somebody and no matter what they do, it's all great. It's like with Tyler. It's with Beyonce. It's like with Taylor Swift. It doesn't matter. Like, their fan bases are so rabid. It's almost like you gotta love everything they do. And it's like, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Michael Jackson, that's like me saying Thriller was great. Off the Wall was great. Blood on the Dance Floor was great. 2 of those 3 albums were masterpieces. 1 album was just so-so. But yeah, if Michael Jackson put out Blood on the Dance Floor today, people would say, oh my God, it's such a great album. And it wasn't. Space Thing with Spike Lee. I love Spike Lee. I've loved Spike Lee since She's Gotta Have It. But there's no way I can compare Girl 6 to Do the Right Thing. Oh my God, Girl 6 is another masterpiece by Spike Lee. It wasn't. I love Teresa Randall. I like the whole thing about the phone sex things they were doing in it, but it wasn't. It wasn't his greatest work. Same thing with She Hate Me. I love Kerry Washington's She Hate Me. I just love Kerry Washington, period. But I love Kerry Washington. Anthony Mackie was great in it as the lead actor, but I can't compare that to Malcolm X or even an Inside Man. I can't, because when you're a real fan of an artist director, it's okay for you to say, like, that's not their best work. Prince's Love Sexy was not as good as Purple Rain or Sign of the Times. I think we can say that. You know, I think he had an album called Emancipation. It wasn't as good as maybe Controversy or Diamonds and Pearls, and that's fine. But I think that's what you should do if you love an artist that much. And Tyler Perry's audience, you've already told Tyler Perry, because most people said Divorce in Black was horrible, especially like the first 8 to 10 minutes. People have been saying this, but the way these numbers are on Amazon, his audience is basically telling Tyler, you can put out whatever the hell you want. You don't need a writer's room. As long as you just write anything, we'll watch it. I wish that if Tyler Perry was like August Wilson, right? That August Wilson was such a prolific stage writer that everything he wrote was a masterpiece, or just for the most part, his words float like poetry. That black actors just wanted to just act in his productions because the material was so rich. If Tyler Perry was August Wilson, there's no need for a writer's room. There's no need. It's like, no, you're already great. I totally understand why you write everything, because your words just leap off the page and now they're leaping off the screen. You're so great. He's not that. He just writes the bare minimum and films fast. I'm telling you, go watch the episode of Atlanta where he's talking about Mr. Chocolate Studios, and it shows just that. And he just film, and they said, and then he just next, and he just keep on moving. That's how Tyler is. But I can't fault him for that, because his audience is basically telling him, we don't care what you do. We're going to tune in whatever it is. And guess what? Even though people complain about Divorce in Black, guess what? They'll be there for the next film. And if you're Amazon, you don't even care. You might say, like, yeah, Divorce in Black was crap. But we know, like, every 1 or 2 films, he'll put out one that people like. Or every 3 films, he'll put out something that people like. So they're banking on that because he puts out so much content all the time, he's going to have a few hits here. And he's going to have a couple hits now and then. Yeah, he might not. Most of the stuff might be horrible, but Amazon banking on that, okay, this is bad, this is bad, this is good. That means more people are coming in. They just want him to keep on making content so he keeps on bringing subscribers, because guess what? Every time he puts something on Amazon, this audience is going to check it out. So you tell me. Like I said, I don't hate him. I just want him to be great. From a business standpoint, from a man's money standpoint, he's the king. But from a content standpoint, from an art standpoint, he's not great. But if you're a loyal Tyler Perry fan, tell me if I'm right or wrong. If you're a loyal fan and you watch all his stuff, like you've been there from the very beginning, or you jumped on when from the movies or the TV shows, tell me why you keep on watching his stuff. Why? Like, what makes you keep coming back to his stuff? Because you kind of know how these stories are going to go. Is it escapism? Is he just, do you like the message that he puts out in these films? Is it because the actors he puts on these films? You like the actors that he has? Tell me why you consistently support Tyler Perry. And I'm not telling anybody to stop watching him. If you want to watch his stuff, that's fine. Like, we all have different tastes, right? And that's cool. But if you're a fan, try to convince me why I should give him a second chance, or a third chance, or a fourth chance. Because even after this last film, why should I?